Hello, this is Matt. We're in San Antonio. We're at the AXUG Summit, and we're here to talk about our new offering, Executive Automa's platform. Executive Automa's for testing, for security, for discovery, and for support. I'm here with Jake.
What's up, buddy?
Hello.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be talking about Executive Automats for testing.
Yeah.
But maybe first, Jake, can you tell us a little bit about your role at Expos?
Yeah. So I'm customer service manager or customer success manager. And basically, once a customer buys one of our products, I help them get started and get up and running, make sure everything starts off smoothly. Good start is critical to anything you're trying to do. So I help them do that and also facilitate any questions they might have. And really just hold their hand the whole time.
You make sure that the client's project is successful and they're happy with what they bought and the project that they're doing.
Yeah, that's the goal.
They're achieving their business goals or business aims, as you could call it.
It's kind of funny. I do the testing aspect mostly, automated testing, and their goal is to find mistakes, and so to help them be successful. That's what I help them do, is find the mistakes, which is a little counterintuitive, but it's important. Yeah.
It is funny. So, Executive Automats for testing.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what it is?
Yeah, actually, this is one of our oldest products. It started back in, I believe, the AX 2009 version. Yeah.
Oh man, that's a long way.
Yeah, then 2012, and obviously came into the D365 universe. And it's automated testing. Basically, it makes it really, really easy for you to set up your tests and run them efficiently without needing to use your business people, your subject matter experts, your business users. Really can be hands off when it comes to the testing. You don't have to take all their time out of their day. Yeah.
So the clients usually they would use any automation, or how they do that?
Yeah, so it's evolved over time. Back with 2012, people didn't really see testing as being that important.
Right.
Then when you come into D365, people still didn't really see it as that important, but very quickly realized you have to be testing all the time. And so unless you want to hire 50 people to do it manually, you need some sort of automation. And so most people come to us, did not have automation before, and we really explain to them what that is, how to use it effectively, and get them going with some automation.
So these clients that come to us, they usually come to us frustrated because they're business people. They're telling them, come on, we don't want to be doing testing again. Please don't make us do it. Please find us a solution, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be trying to do my job as an accountant or anything like that and be told, okay, today you can't do any of your work. You have to just test this, new thing that we did in your system. They don't care about that. They don't want to do that. So,
and why is testing important in this 365?
Good point, So with Microsoft OneVersion updates, so there's 4 major releases in a year, and you're allowed to basically skip one of them. And so 2-3 times a year, you're having a major release for Microsoft.
You must do it.
Yeah, you have to. There's new developments, things change, processes change, and that can cause regressions in other parts of the system. And so you need to be able to test absolutely everything that you can in your system to make sure one change over here didn't ruin something on this side. So make sure it's all running smoothly. And then, of course, there's integrations that are coming in and out, ISVs are coming in and out, just individual developments that customers do. So you have to be testing all the time, so you need automation. It's necessary.
If you don't test properly, a bug may find its way into production and cause some huge disasters for the company. Right?
We like to joke a lot about the healthcare systems around the world, and it's much better to be preventative than to wait until the accident happens.
Oh yes, prevention always.
Yeah, you don't want boxes sitting in a warehouse. That's
all right,
for
but
sure.
I think there's quite a few solutions for test automation on the market, right?
Yeah, there's several out there.
What makes Executive Automats special, so to speak?
We do, Matt. That's no.
Except for us. We're not allowed to talk about us.
It's good to know. With Executive Automats, the ease of being able to record the processes that you need to test, and then how easy it is to modify and maintain them, because you have to maintain test cases over time.
Right.
As I mentioned, processes can even change. And so the tool makes it extremely easy, once you have those process recordings, to modify them however you want, do different variants of test cases. That's really our unique selling point, is the ease of use. I actually have some customers who say, "Oh, my 15-year-old niece is, I showed her and she's recorded some processes on this." So it's
Right.
not hard to do.
It's as easy that you can. It's so easy that you can teach a 15-year-old to do it in a couple of hours.
I don't have
That's
any
it.
teenagers, but I'd imagine teaching a 15-year-old anything is a little difficult. So.
Right. So, but that's regression testing, right? There's also a separate part of projects or common projects that we do with EA, and these are around performance testing, right?
Performance
Can you
testing.
talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so specifically with performance testing, there's generally, there's a lot of different objectives, but two main objectives is one, before go live, you need to make sure that your hardware and everything is set up to handle the type of load that you expect on your environment, and you must check that, because once you go live, it's you're kind of stuck with your hardware for a while, or it's really expensive to upgrade it. And so what our tool does is you're able to run parallel sessions, and so you can pretty much exactly mimic real users, and you can say, all right, right now we've got 500 people who are processing sales orders, and another 400 people who are doing something else, and in a normal day they'll be doing it at the same time. What does this do? Can our environment hold that much weight, basically?
Right.
And so our tool allows you to simulate 900 people doing different things at the same time, and then you can watch and see what the performance, how your system is maintaining.
Right.
So you can handle kind of Black Friday events. The second objective then is generally post go live, and that's when they just want to see how their system's performing. And so how long is this salesperson sitting there waiting for the screen to move to the next area? And so we'll basically mimic users doing different processes, and it's all automatic. Get the results, and you can see exactly how long it takes for this step under a certain amount of load. You can see how long it takes for that step, this process.
So you can measure a baseline of a process over time, and with different changes coming in the system, you can have a nice, let's say, health check view of the system in time. That's the second objective with performance tests. That's the second most common one, because there are more.
Yeah.
But the main one is still performance tests before go live. And that's
absolutely.
super important, because if you don't do them well, then you will regret that later on after you go live.
Yeah, exactly.
And what's unique about that, I guess, is the fact that with EA, you're really doing a real life scenario. You have real users clicking through real access, real business actions in the system, and not just simulating some API load on the system from the database perspective or from the code perspective, like most of the other tools out there do that. All right. I think you've worked with, I don't know, probably over 50 or 60 clients in your time at Express. Do you have any, cool example projects that you can tell us about?
Just small success stories. A real simple one, actually, is customer comes to us and they know they're not doing enough testing, but they've got 50 manual test cases that their business users are doing.
Right.
And I think it was 4.5 months later, they had over 500 automated test cases. They weren't using their business users to do any testing anymore.
Right.
And they could just schedule it and run it overnight. Every week would have it, run nightly, running smoke tests nightly, sanity tests nightly.
So they did not only go from 50 manual tests to 450, but they went from testing poorly, because 50 test cases is not a lot. You cannot test thoroughly with that.
And we know how users test as well whenever they're doing it. They're not really interested in it. Did you do that? Oh yeah, I did that. And with automation, you can tell if it was done or not. So,
they'll say we've done it for the first time, second time, third time, but then they'll say we've done it, but we haven't really done it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So any other cool stories from projects? I know there's a nice client in Denmark, GN. You've worked with them, and they are quite unique in terms of how huge their testing is.
They're so advanced. They've been with us for, I think, 3 years now. Yeah, I think it's a little over 3 years.
Maybe even more,
Yeah, maybe more than that. And they've got just a very highly developed test plan, basically. I've been working with them for a long time on it. One thing that's unique about them is they use a ton of different users to kind of do role testing, role-based testing, a little bit of that. And it's really sophisticated type of a project, and I think
they're executing 250,000 tests every year.
Yeah, something like that. I'd have to do the math.
Crazy amount.
Yeah, for sure they're running 600, 700 tests every weekend, running them at the same time over the weekend, and of course doing multiple iterations of everything.
Can you imagine how that would look like if this were real people? They would have to have, I don't know, a team of 50 people or 100 people just clicking through the process, just testing 24/7?
Yeah, they've got less than 5 people doing it, so yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Jake, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Where can you find out more about Executive Automas for testing? You can visit our website, executiveautomas.com. You can follow us on LinkedIn. We post a lot there. All the cool news stories you will find there. And then also you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and come to us at such lovely events like we have here at the Community Summit. We're happy to talk to you. Thank you.